Good morning, America! I am your host, Richard Smith, and you're watching Wake Up America, the official news program of the United States. In today's edition, we are going to talk about the most relevant topics of this decade. Here we have the headlines. Crazy hairstyles and psychedelic clothes are part of the 60s. Some popular fancy dress costumes are Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, and hippies. Today we are going to show you much more. In today's interview we asked to Mrs. O'Donnell, wife of the most important white-collar worker, about the new technology devices that she bought recently. What is happening in Vietnam War? Here we are going to show you the conflict and the thorny problems associated with this war. The music scene is full of sweaters fever, and before they arrive to the United States, we will have a live contact in London with them. This decade is characterized for the particular type of clothes, such as colorful dresses, balls, psychedelic accessories, but in general, it's just a relaxed style. In the following section, Monrose McNina, one of the most important fashion designers, is going to show us through a fashion show what hippies wear.
Come on, follow me. We are going to look for some hippies. If we are lucky, we may find them. Here. There is a group of some hippies. Do you see? They are smoking weed. Do you smell it? Let's go to talk with them. Hi, would you like some question about your style?
What style? This is not style, bro. This is a philosophy, our own philosophy.
But you are very comfortable with your clothes because it's clothes. Comfortable.
Yeah, we don't use any manufactured clothing. We just do our own clothes like this. You can see this is our own creation, our own clothes.
But it's true that your clothes is made with potatoes bags?
Yes. Sometimes. Or we just use second-hand clothes.
We like to use some accessories, as you can see, like this. A shield, earrings, necklaces, some bracelets.
Kind of clothes is always easy to distinguish because they include brightly colored fabrics with patterns and unusual style. This is colorful, brightly, and funky. Oh, look that girl! Who just arrived. She's wearing a fresh blouse and flashy pants, and a headscarf, a very cool one. The clothes you wear is related with the music you listen to?
Yes, with the fusion of folk music and with blues and psychedelic rock music.
Where can you get these clothes?
If you want our style, you can go to a flea market or a second-hand shop.
Thank you for sharing time with me. Back, Richard.
Oh, thank you, Rose. That was an interesting interview, I think. And now, our technology section with Taylor and her interviewee, Mrs. O'Donnell. Check it out.
Good morning, Richard. I'm Taylor, and today I'm going to interview the most important and rich person of the United States, Mrs. O'Donnell. Mrs. O'Donnell, thank you for having us here. We are going to talk about the devices, the electronic devices that she has, and why she has so many. Mrs. O'Donnell, what can you tell us about all the electronic devices how did you get them?
Good morning, Taylor. The reason why I have a lot of technology devices is because we like to be outdated in our case. We like to have new things, and we have a lot of fun.
And who composed your family?
My family is composed by my husband and me.
And your husband, where does he work?
My husband is a white collar. He works in a chocolate factory. He's the main boss of that factory.
And about devices, where do devices come from?
I don't know very well where it comes from. My husband knows that, but I think it is from German.
From
They are
Germany?
from Germany.
Okay. And which is the most important devices?
My TV, that is there.
Okay.
My radio, that is in the other living room. And the book.
And why are that two devices the most important?
Because I just like to see the newspaper, to know about something. So I prefer to turn on my radio and my television and just watch it. I have a lot of fun watching the television, some programs.
And before that we start the interview, I saw that you were reading a car magazine.
Yes. I was looking for a new car because I want to change mine.
Okay. And what other devices do you have?
Well, I have a personal stereo, a typewriter. Here's a camera, and this I got it when I traveled to Germany. It's a new one, a new model of camera.
May I see it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's very small.
Yes, it is. It is a new model. They said that if you want to keep it, just take it away.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mrs. O'Donnell. Well, Rich, that's all.
Thank you for that interview. She has a lot of money. She could give me a camera too. Now, let's meet the Sweaters. The second Sweaters album, which was released in the United States. And to promote their upcoming first American tour, we have the following interview conducted by Capitol Records. Let's go watch it.
Well, I had a vision when I was 12, and I saw a man on a swimming pool, and he said, "You are the Sweaters." That's how it started anyway. We made this record at the beginning of the 1963, 63, sorry, and we had a hit with that. But I think the whole did really start when we did a Palladium show, and then later we were asked to do the Royal Variety command performance. You know, and we met the Queen Mother, which she started clapping. And Princess Margaret too. Yeah, a Princess Margaret.
Well, the last count was, I think, 6 million.
That's just Gringos record.
Well, the other ones are on sale. Yeah, we have heard that our latest record, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, came into the Australian top 20, right at #1, which is very nice. And I think it's selling in Finland and Sweden, and other places like that too. Also Ireland.
I swear I believe.
Oh yeah. I dropped to mention but a few.
I'm glad they got us.
Well, that's a nice thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah, we're very light. No, it is our dirty rumor, or we don't.
We said it ourselves.
I think it was my dad, really. He said, you know, Paula, it's a bit boring. The haircut I had, you know, shirt, bag, and tie. He said, why don't you get a little cut? Well, they get extravagant, you know, but we enjoy it. We don't come any harm, because the policemen are equally as extravagant. The police have a great time.
I don't know, we just walking around town and we saw a shop. And we went in and we chose each a pair of jackets and then we made our purchases. And that's how it all started.
Yeah, quite a lot of them are wedding it. Quite a lot of them are it. But there are a few of them are wedding it.
I've seen an old man in one of them. I've seen an old woman.
I saw 4 old men. Love that.
Okay, I believe.
Please me, promise to you, she loves you, I wanna hold your hand. No, the only idea about that is that when we sing songs, we prefer to sing one with a sort of personal touch, you see? So the best way to get that into a song is just to cry, then with I, or you, or me, or him, or for, or by, or that.
Yeah, well, when we get back to England from the current visit of America.
To America.
Why America? Yeah. Well, you see, we are making a film, which we don't know the title of yet, but it should be a film just about it.
We don't know the script, but we don't know what song will be in it.
It should be released in the States by the end of this year, I think.
With no title and no song. And no script.
So bad. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Yes.
This flat tire needs a man, but when there's no man around, when there's no man around, Goodyear should be. Why? Watch this. New Goodyear Double Eagle carries its own spare inside. Lifeguard safety spare. A tire in a tire. Keeps on going. Next time, give her a second chance.
Everybody doing it, jumping for joy. Boy, almond joy.
Boy, almond joy from Peter Paul. Finest tasting candy of all. Take golden toasted almonds, crisp whole almonds, dipped in smooth milk chocolate to seal in that fresh roasted flavor. Then bring on the coconut, so juicy, so tender, and top it all with real milk chocolate. Boy, almond joy, juicy coconut, real milk chocolate, and golden toasted almonds on every double bar. Peter Paul Almond Joy. Indescribably delicious. For a new indescribably delicious candy, try Almond Cluster. Almonds, chocolate, and malted milk. That's Peter Paul Almond Cluster.
Coca-Cola gives you that refreshing new feeling. Enjoy ice-cold Coke right now. Get zing, what a feeling with ice-cold Coke right now. Coca-Cola gives you that refreshing new feeling. Zing, what a feeling with a Coke. Ice cold, ice cold. For real refreshment, reach for the real thing. Ice cold Coke right now. Coca-Cola gives you that refreshing new feeling. Zing, what a feeling with a Coke, ice cold. Enjoy ice cold Coke right now.
To the taste worth fighting for. Worth fighting for. The bright, inviting taste worth fighting for. Worth fighting for. Tarryton's got a charcoal dip and it's got a white one too. Together they improve that great tobacco taste for you.
Us Tarryton smokers would rather fight
Then switch.
Join the unswitchable smoke Tarryton.
An important fact that has changed our society is the Vietnam War. The following video will show you some demonstrations and an interview with a relevant person of the Army.
On the fifth day of the Battle of Quay, the Marines moved out from the 45 Army compound and advanced into the empty, abandoned building of what was Quay University. Meanwhile, in the United States, the protests against the Vietnam War are attracting several hundred and thousands of participants at locations throughout the nation. Many in this peace movement were students, mothers, or anti-establishment hippies. Up next, we have an interview with the colonel of the army that is in Vietnam.
Colonel Cheatham, what's the objective and what are your men about to do?
Well, I've got two companies here that are just about to clear the next 2 blocks up. I've got one company in this big building here that I guess it's the end of the Way University, and they are going to start firing in support of Foxtrot Company, which will be going up this road here on the left and attempt to take a couple large wall buildings that are on up about 500 or 600 meters.
What kind of fighting is it going to be?
It's house to house and from room to room.
Kind of inch by inch.
That's exactly what it is.
Had you ever expected to experience this kind of street fighting in Vietnam?
No, I didn't, and this is my first crack at street fighting. I think this is the first time the Marine Corps has been street fighting since Seoul in 1950.
And a little bit in Santo Domingo.
And a little bit there, yes, right.
What's going to happen to civilians who might get caught in there?
Well, we're hoping that we don't run into any civilians in there right now. If they are, I'm pretty sure there are civilians that are what we would consider the bad guys right now. We have certain areas in here that we have blocked off, that we know there are friendly civilians, and we aren't going to take those under fire.
The others?
The others, if there's somebody in there right now, they're Charlie as far as we're concerned.
It is inch by shattered inch in the 5-day battle for Quay. Here we have a Marine getting in the line of fire to rescue another Marine who has been shot. Few days later, we witness another act of courage from a group of Marines. In the past few days, we have seen several helicopters arrive with hundreds of Marine corps. Also, the tanks are starting to move. The battle for Quay is getting very rough. The scent of blood, it is so strong that you almost taste it in your mouth. We saw an injured Marine lay down on the floor. He was wounded in his eye. Apart of the obvious pain, the doctors told him that he wouldn't lose his eye. With the fighting still going on a few yards away, Marines risked their lives to pull down the symbol of the resistance. No one is quite sure where the American flag came from in the middle of the battle. But like so many things, when you need something, someone just happens to have it. So a group of Marines raised a flag. There has not been a flag more proudly raised than this one.
Hard Hotel Company. Keep it. Are you finished? We want to get the hell out. Hey, good. Get these holes over here. Come on out of here. Hold on now. Stay alive. Hey, get over here and help me drag this man out of here.
Don Webster, our colleague, was when some soldiers noticed there were some small holes camouflaged, and inside there were Vietnamese, who could be enemy soldiers. Some were still alive, but others were not so lucky. The soldiers set fire in the hole. Another one is lucky. He came out of the hole with his arms up and surrendered. A Marine approached and dragged him across the ground.
Oh, there we go. He ain't going. Somebody find a piece of blindfold, a piece of rag over there. Get some of that deal over there.
And now, let's hear Don Webster's impressions.
Sometimes these prisoners can be very useful, giving valuable intelligence information. But in this battle in Hue, it's been going on for so long now, and there are so many prisoners, there's really nothing left to be learned. For one of the few times in the Vietnam War, the U.S. Marines are really in their element in this battle in Hue. For right now, this province headquarters is the front line, and they're holding an assault much like those that have made them famous in other wars. And to a great extent, this assault is being won or lost on the basis of sheer courage, and there's no shortage of that among the Marines. Don Webster, South Vietnam.
And that was all for today. Thank you for watching us, and see you tomorrow in Wake Up America!